All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation and much love to Yakim out there, pushing out his word and truth and sincerity. For the brothers from Great Millstone, Tampa, just like it. And we just want to do a quick video on the Lord's will, and it's edifying to the sincere brothers out there. And, we're just going to hit on, just walking in the spirit. Pretty much laying back on the brother Harab from Miami. All right, because, let's get that.
Second Corinthians.
Yeah, get that. Because we enter into a time where, as the scriptures say, Satan come down with great wrath, right? Well, remember, Satan's the physical, or Edom's the physical counterpart. All right, while there's a spiritual, all right, Satan. And he got an army under him that all take orders from the Lord, of course. But now, as we enter into these last days, as we are in now, really, but those spirits are going to continue to increase and go harder because they know that they have but a short time, so to say. Just like Esau, everything begins in the spiritual realm, all right, and it manifests itself. So as we get closer to the end, not just the Esau, the physical counterpart, Satan's going to go hard. These actual spirits, all right, these evil spirits are going to go even harder. Okay, so go ahead.
Hey, real quick, because good example. Yahushai manifested himself to those.
I got it. That's next. That's next.
Okay,
go ahead.
We wait for it then.
So, about the spirit, the demon, torment. Okay.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And we're,
that's a good one, but Peter's too.
Satan isn't going to get an advantage over us. That's why we have to be, as the Lord instructed us to be watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because when you're a watchman, you're going to be able to see when the enemy is coming.
Right.
Okay, you're going to see the enemy coming because you're on your high tower. Okay, and the name of the Lord is a high tower. So us calling upon the name of the Lord, calling upon the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, and pushing His word and being so to say on our back foot.
That's how. So like like brother said, being on the back foot. That's how Mayweather fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But what he can see things coming. Yeah. That's why he's so defensive. That's why people hate him, because he's so defensive. So because what he's seeing, First Peter, because he can see the things coming. Let me get a quick precept real quick. In Proverbs, I can't remember where it's at. Get it real quick though. In Proverbs, here it is. Proverbs 22:3. That was close. Oh shit, I had it right here actually. Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right, so the prudent man, going back to that analogy of Mayweather, he's prudent. When he's boxing, he's prudent because he can foresee those punches coming, so he's slipping and then what? He can dodge them and then come back with a hook or a counter. So that's why how we got to be in the spirit. All right, we have to foresee these things so that the scripture tell you to escape the wiles of the devil. Okay, you have to be able to get out of the trickery of the devil, but you have to be prudent. You have to foresee these things. That, like brother said, watchmen, they see things coming in the distance. All right, because they're watching, they're being vigilant. Okay, and that, like the brother started off with, that goes into not being ignorant. Okay, of Satan's devices. First and foremost, what Esau's doing out here, but hey, what the spiritual Satan is doing, man, at the approval of the Lord. Okay, you have to foresee these things, because a prudent, like the scripture said, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Going back to that analogy of Mayweather, man, he foresees that punch coming. So what he do? He gonna hide himself. He gonna move out the way. You know what I'm saying? That's how we have to walk in these last days, man. Here it is that Esau's finna persecute us. All right, you don't want to give how's it go?
Advantages.
You don't want to give no man, how can I put it? You don't want to give nothing to the enemy so they can take advantage of it, so to say, you know? So we have to move in the spirit, man. We have to walk in the spirit. Okay? We have to apply the scriptures. Okay? Go ahead, though.
It's this is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 11. It says, be sober, be vigilant.
Right, be sober, be vigilant. Now, does that mean you can't drink? No, you can drink. The Lord, they called the Lord a wine bibber for a reason. Because he wasn't having one drink every now and then. You know, he was drinking. But so they call him a wine. But he's talking about spiritually, okay? Yep. Mentally, when you were out and about, even when you're drinking, you have to be walking sober. Okay, you can't be out there pissed drunk, okay? So you can just start something and or something happens to you and you can't react to it. You're not forced. Here, a prudent man is able to foresee things, right, and hide himself. But if you stupid, you know, you sloppy drunk out there or whatever the case may be, you how can you hide yourself? You don't even know. You can't even see it, right?
And even Esau with his sciences, you know, or with his sciences, you know, the statistics that he comes up with, as far as driving drunk and not driving drunk, it tells you that your reaction times are slower when you're inebriated. You know, so when you apply this word spiritually, and you're not sober, okay, spiritually, that means you're slow to react. That means you're not up to par, man. Okay, and real quick, I want to get that word sober is napho in the Greek. Okay, and it says to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit, to be temperate, dispassionate, circumspect. Okay, so you have to be dispassionate in this truth, meaning your emotions shouldn't get to you and they shouldn't waver you, which is something that happens when when you think about being sober or being drunk, you know, physically, your mood swings happen like this. You're quick to get mad, or you're quick to say something or do something. And spiritually, if you're not sober, you're the same way. That's why the scripture says, James 1:8, a double-minded man is unstable in his ways, because if you're not sober in the spirit, you're double-minded. Because you're quick, you're hasty to react a certain way to things, okay, and you're not being circumspect. You're not stopping. You're not thinking, and then reacting. You're just reacting.
Yep.
Okay, that's why I said dispassionate. Okay, and circumspect. And then when you go to the Strong's definition, it says be discreet, be sober, watch. So you got to be discreet in this truth, and you got to be watching, man.
Discreet. We'll get to the etymology on discreet.
Okay.
Shit, we got to be discreet, man. We got to be found guiltless. All right. You know, every other has their own thing and whatnot. You know, we ain't perfect, but you know, coming in, we talking about coming into these last days. You know, where Esau's about to persecute us. You know, the world's about to hate us for the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, for his sake, for their sakes, we have to be on point, man. You know, and that goes through not just on these videos and on the highways and byways, but throughout all of the aspects of our lives, man. You know, some things you just got to cut off. Some things you got to just stop doing. You know, if you like to do that, if it's not profitable, hey, shit, you got to cut it off. You know, go ahead.
This is the word discreet is an adjective, late 14th century, morally discerning, prudent, circumspect, wise, or judicious in avoiding mistakes.
Here you go, avoiding mistakes, man. You don't willingly put yourself in a situation that you don't need to be in. You know,
because you making a mistake is giving the opponent an advantage.
Yeah, like
you put your hand down.
Yeah, exactly.
And he catch you with a hook.
That was a mistake.
Yep, that was a mistake.
And now he caught. And remember, go back to that Peters, because remember, somebody's looking to catch the mistakes on your ass, man. Remember, look, the Satan got these people. They making mistakes all. They through. Okay, but what Satan? We in the Philly shell and just slipping and pop, hitting them the counters. But what? As soon as you made that mistake, Satan gonna be there to pop you in the chin real quick, man. He gonna capitalize on that mistake.
Yep.
And that's why we gotta minimize our mistakes, Go ahead.
Just to finish off on the word discreet, it says from Old French, discreet, sensible, intelligent, wise. Okay, so you have to be wise in you have to walk wise in this truth, man. Walking in wisdom.
Right.
If you being a nigga and you doing dumb shit, getting yourself in situations where you don't need to be in, that's not walking soberly, man. You're on another spirit, man.
You really, that's a narcissistic spirit, because not only are you putting yourself in danger, you putting the brotherhood in danger, whether you with them or not. You're not thinking about, okay, how would this affect the brotherhood, and if you are with the brotherhood, or if you're with brothers, how would it affect them right there and then? The situations that you get yourself into, making a mistake, that could put not only a situation on you, the brothers are right there, so automatically that's gonna be on them too. Because we gonna stand by and watch the shit go down. I mean, shit, we don't know how it would go down, but we don't want to be in that situation, really. Because I know, I speak for me and this brother for sure. We ain't just gonna abandon a brother in the middle of anything, really, Lord's will. We didn't do it in the world. Why would we do it now in the truth? Shit. So you got to be cognitive of what you say, what you do, no matter what state of mind you in, man. Whether you've been sipping, whatever. All right, or if you ecstatic, you hot in the spirit, even in camp, man, you hot in the spirit. Be cognitive of what you say, man. Be cognitive of what you do out there, because this is not just this ain't about you. It's about the bodyhood, man. Through the spirit. My senior quote in my yearbook was, "What would Jesus do? What would Yahushua do, man? How would Yahushua react to that situation? How would he react to you in that situation? What would he tell you after that situation went down?" You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta think, man. That's the mindset we need to be in these last days, man. Because the thin line is getting even thinner. All right, and the Lord is gonna He's gonna continue to sift out men that are not in that mindset. Okay, we got to get out of that. What would I? It's not about you. All right, it's about the body. Or was King David focused on himself when he went to battle? No, he was mainly focused. He poured out. He sent out men to get to fill his chalice up. Roughly paraphrasing, and he poured it out because men died for that thing. That's the mindset you need to be at, man. He didn't even want to. After all that they had to go through, he said, "Man, I can't even drink this because men died for this." So we need to be in that mindset, like, man, I need to be focusing on, focusing on, but I need to be, worried about how this affects brothers. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, though. There was more on that, or you had that?
No, I'll get the precept. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about." And the word Satan is adversary.
Exactly. And it could be anybody. Anybody can come at you trying to devour you, bro. Because it says Satan come as a lion. What's a lion do? He looking to kill people, man. He looking to get. Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, real quick, because that's why the scripture says we battle not against flesh and blood. Because just because you see it might be a woman or it might be another man,
might be a child, shit.
It ain't because they just don't like you. They looked at you and you don't like this. Nah, bro, it's a spirit within them that makes them your adversary, bro. Right,
and it's the closer we get to your Yahushua's return, the more they're gonna turn up.
Yep.
You got to be able to. That's why the scripture say, be circumspect, be vigilant. You got to be able to recognize these demons, man. You got to. Oh, okay, yeah, that's Satan right there, man. Let me just take the L. All right, because his brother, oh yeah, I got to take the L and take the L. Okay, well, take the L and when there ain't nobody around.
Yeah.
Take the L when you dealing with these demons in the world, instead of being right or this, whatever the case may be, whatever situation you might find yourself in. Take the L, man. Avoid these situations, man, because they specifically coming to us for a reason.
Real quick, I'm gonna get the word vigilant. It's gragoreo in the Greek, and it says to take heed lest through remission and indolence some destructive calamity suddenly overtake you.
Right. So it's sudden. Now you figure, oh no, what? It was a sudden calamity because what? You weren't being vigilant, like that.
You start blaming Esau.
Yeah. Or the black woman. This fucking nigga woman, man. I hate this fucking nigga. You put yourself in the situation, man. Yeah, you put yourself in the situation, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not just saying this for no reason. We've been in a situation like that. Mm-hmm. Some brothers got through it. Sometimes we had to learn the hard way. Yep. So we can tell you these things now, man. It ain't for no reason. Jay just got to learn. But hey, this late in the game, man, ain't like Brother Brad. It ain't time for mistakes. Here it is, the fourth quarter, and you making mistakes. 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, interception or fumble the ball.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't time for all that, man. Because you're gonna be scorned. When you get back to the bench. When you get off that field, you're gonna get scorned. Meaning, when you get out of that play, they were just thinking, "Oh yeah, I got this," and then boom, you get smacked and you fumble the ball. The shit go flying across the field. And the other team get the ball, you're gonna get scorned when you get back to the because when you was on the field I got this,
talking all that shit,
and then boom, you get sideswiped, and now look, the whole team look at it, man, this motherfucker just blew the game for us. So you have to be conscious of that, man. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Mm-hmm. You see, so that's why you have to be. You can't be on your leave. You can't be just nilly-willy relaxed, man.
Saying whatever you want and acting how you want, bro.
Yeah, bro. Hey, we in a willing mentality, but that doesn't mean you can just be who the hell you want to be, man. You act like you want to act out on the streets, man. Hey, man. Again, we're not warring against flesh and blood, man. That's not what we're going up against. You see, you had a bug out come out 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah. So the nigga didn't have no understanding of that precept anyway, but
which we were going into that. If he would have just listened instead of opening his mouth, we were going because he's saying we're not worried. It's not about color. We don't war against flesh and blood. That's why he said it because he saw the sign. He saw going into slavery. So he said we're not going into. Listen, nigga, whatever. Yeah. Which we were talking about. Really, if he would have listened, we were talking about what he was trying to get at. Mm-hmm. But you have to understand that there's higher things. There's things above these people that you see. They don't know why they do it. They just gonna do it because them demons hop on them, the evil spirits hop on them to make them do it. All right, and then these spirits, if it's multiple spirits, they'll overpower you. And then if you're walking in the spirit, you can dismiss them. You can dismiss them by doing the right thing. Walking away don't mean you a loser or you wasn't worthy or nothing like that, man. Mm-hmm. All right, walking away sometimes, when you can dismiss evil spirits. Okay, and that's the time frame we in, man. We gotta be able to recognize these evil spirits and let them just keep moving. Okay, we have to be vigilant. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I got Matthew.
I was gonna get Luke 8 instead and go to 27. Through the Spirit, it's Matthew 8 and like 28, I think. Yeah, 20. It starts around that. So, but it's in Luke as well, around the same verses. So that's the Spirit, But go ahead, because this is what we entering into, man. These spirits now they know that this is the end. Let's get into it.
Yep. This is Luke chapter 8 and verse 28. When he saw you, I'll start at verse 26. It says, and they arrived at the country of the Gardarians, which is over against Galilee. And when he went forth to land, there met him out of the city a certain man, which had devils long time.
Right, devils meaning demons. This dude had demons on him long time. He had devils on him. Go ahead.
And wear no clothes, neither abode in any house, but in the tombs.
Right. He was so bugged out. He was just bloody skid, dwelling in the tombs. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 28.
Cage.
When he saw Yahushua.
Cage. Go ahead.
When he saw Yahushua, he cried out and fell down before him.
Right. So here the spirits really because it was the spirits that was crying out in him, not the actual man. The man was possessed.
Yep.
Okay, just like these people get possessed.
Yep.
So go ahead.
Says, when he saw Yahushua, he cried out and fell down before him, and with a loud voice said, What have I to do with thee, Yahushua, thou Son of the Most High? I beseech thee, torment me not. For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come. So they kind of overlap the part where Yahushua
maybe
the man.
Yeah, get it in Matthew then.
Yeah,
Maybe I think it's in Matthew then.
Yeah.
Because again, these spirits, man, these spirits hop on these people, activate, man, and they don't even know what's going on.
Yep.
You know, they just observing, and then they won't know what's going on, or they won't even remember sometimes. Because we've had that, people come across camp, and just try to fight us and scoff us, and then you see them later, and it's like they never even seen you. Those are demons on them having their way with them. And then what? Because it's going to get into, because demons are hop on and off you. Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 8, verse 28. And when he was come to the other side into the country of the Gergesenes, there met him two possessed with devils, coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by the way. And behold, they cried out, saying, What have we to do with thee, Yahushua, thou Son of the Most High?
Right, so they recognize it. Those demons or the devils, as the scriptures say, they recognize Yahushua, right? So they, of course, us being men of the Lord's will, they're going to recognize us as well. Okay? Go ahead.
Art thou come hither to torment us before the time?
There you go. So the demons were like, why you coming here to torment us before our time? But now is the time for Yahushua, first beginning with his men that he have sent out to come and torment them demons. That's why years leading up to this, demons would bug out in front of camp because we were with the word of the Lord. Because remember, the word is Yahushua. We torment these demons with the word, so they would fight and this. So now they know that these demons, these devils, as the scriptures say, they know that their time is up. So what are they gonna do? They're going to go all out. They're going to have a fiesta. Okay? Go ahead.
And that's what we see happening in these last days, man. People acting a fool. You wonder why your woman going nuts. You wonder why your next door neighbor calling the cops because your music playing too loud now out of all these years that you've been blasting and throwing house parties when you was in the world. But now you in this truth, and now your neighbor's calling the police on you because of your music or whatever the situation might be that a demon will perk up on you. Hey, it's because they know now that Yahushua is getting ready to return, so they gotta.
So now it's time for the torment.
Hail Mary,
right? So remember, the scripture said, "Why torment us before our time?" Now it's time for them to be tormented, so they're gonna go all out, man. They leaving it all out on the stages, or all out on the field.
Let's see. I'll read that last part again. Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? So now is the time. Yep. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. The signs have been given. The demons been given because they working for Yahushua.
Exactly.
So they know.
And remember, we have through the Spirit empower Yahushua. We have power over them. Remember, Yahushua said, "Rejoice that you don't have, rejoice not that you have power over spirits, but rejoice that your name is written in the book of life." So, going to tell you that we have power over these spirits, but if you let them overcome you through, man, they're gonna run through you. That's why you have to walk circumspectly, man, so you can recognize these demons, man. You can foresee them, and then you be able to have power over them, man. All right, because look, I'm telling you, you just walk away from a demon, that's showing them power. You look, whatever, you just walk off. And then that demon will hop off of that person and go to another person or an animal, whatever the case may be.
Because you're being sober, you're being circumspect, and you're being wise and intelligent, like we went into the word, and you're understanding that that's a demon. Yep. So I don't gotta, bro.
In your mind, you don't have to. Man, you're a demon. You just like in your mind, you're like, all right, that's a demon, whatever, and they just walk off. And that demon heard what you just said, and they go, shit, we lost.
Because through the Spirit, they understand that Because what's going to happen when you don't deal with these people? A lot of times you don't even have to bring out no precepts on these people to cut them up. You're like, oh yeah, I cut this demon up. No, you don't even got to say that because they read it. They can understand your mind.
The demons,
And they hear the precepts coming in your mind, and that's why they're like, ooh.
they get hurt.
Like, all right, man, whatever, bro. They'll just leave. They'll just walk away when you just say, hey, man, just all right, man, you got it, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But the demons inside that person know that they lost because you use the scriptures, you use wisdom to combat them. You don't always have to combat a demon physically or verbally, man.
Well, and sometimes you can say certain words like Yahushua did. Yep. Very simple
Hold
words.
The scriptures.
If thou sayest.
Yeah,
bro, that cut the demon. They already know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
You gotta be wise with these things. Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, man. You gonna throw down it wherever you at just because somebody said something to you?
Yeah, man, that's a part of the journey, man. A lot of times, remember the scripture says, think not what thou shalt say in that day, man.
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
But you gotta be in the spirit.
Like Jake just be saying, what am I gonna say if a demon ever comes?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, don't worry.
What if a black woman comes up to me? What am I gonna do?
The Lord might just put it in your spirit to do like Yahushua and keep silence, man.
Exactly. That's the best. Really, that's the best response.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it depends on the situation, but really, the best response is to say nothing to these demons, man. Now that might turn up a demon even more, but then you got to know how to deal with that.
Yep. Just
keep it moving. Just leave. If you're in a place where just leave. But they're gonna follow you. Then Esau gonna come and help you out. So just be wise, man. Esau come help you out if you be wise. I'm telling you, I've seen it.
And that's why the scriptures also say, agree with that adversary quickly. Because sometimes you might
just
have to agree with them.
Yeah, what you say?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know. But you combating them through the scriptures because you're applying that scripture to combat a demon.
Yep.
And they're gonna walk away carnally thinking they won, but the demons inside that they lost. That's why they still be hurt afterwards. They were like, damn, that nigga did get me. Later on, they be like, damn, that nigga got me. He just agreed to disagree. Oh my God.
And the Lord might have the demon hop off them in the next few minutes, and then the Lord judged them.
Yep, exactly.
We seen it.
Yep.
You know, we seen this shit before, man. We did at camp. Motherfucker tried to get us to move. We moved 6 feet. The demon hopped off him, and then this nigga ended up leaving in an ambulance.
Yep, that's right.
So you just gotta know how to see when the spirit is speaking, man. And the spirit will speak expressly through these demons. Because remember, when these demons are testing you, that's the Most High. Testing your integrity, testing your faith.
Right, so the scriptures talk about wisdom trying you at first, by the first, tormenting you by her ways. You know, so that's a part of this journey. You're gonna be tried by these demons. Right. Now,
at this point, you should know how to deal with them. You know,
Job got tried.
Yep.
And again, that's nothing but a test of the Lord. Look, go ahead and try them.
Yeah, I wish I got tried. You know, but go ahead. Go ahead and try him.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna try us, man, because the same incident the brother just said that the dude told us to move 6 feet, and then he got judged. The next day, that was the day that baby mama got arrested.
Oh, God, yeah. Yep.
So demon went from one person to another, and the Lord still came through, man.
That's what I'm saying. But you gotta believe, man. Yep. You gotta be circumspect too. Yep. You know. But that was it on that.
Yep. That was it.
All right. This is Romans 8 verse 1, going into how we should be walking now. All right. This is Romans 8:1. There is, what was it, 8? What I write down? 8, yeah. This Romans 8:1. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahushai, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. Right? So we're supposed to be not walking after the flesh, pleasing the flesh, you know, because sometimes the flesh do want to throw down. You know, we used to be brawlers in the world. We know how that goes. You know, many brothers said brawlers in the world. It's a very easy thing to fall into that, you know, in the for the flesh. The flesh want to throw down, you know, because remember, we're the house of David, warriors. So of course it's gonna come somebody in my mouth. I should beat this. I should punch this nigga right in his mouth. But we're not walking after the flesh, right? Verse 2: For the law of the Spirit of life in Hamashiach Yahushai hath made me free from the law of sin and death. I think that was it, actually. Yeah, that was it on that. There was Okay, so like verse 6, it says, for to, damn, let me start at 5. Shit, I'll just keep reading to 3. Verse 3, for what the law could not do in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh. Remember, Yahushua with people. Listen, Yahushua did that for a reason. You're not Yahushua. Don't even compare yourself to him. All right? But it says, in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemn sin in the flesh. So you didn't condemn sin in the flesh. So don't compare yourself to Yahushua. Oh, he whipped some people. Yeah, he also said that he could bring down a legion of angels. How about that? Verse 4, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. So you are caught up in the world, you caught up in carnal things. You're not minding the spiritual things and how to walk in the Spirit. Verse 6 is the point. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. All right, so you spiritually minded, you're going to try to make peace with all men. The scriptures say, if at all possible, be at peace with all men. Right? Verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity with the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. If so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Mashiach, he is none of his. Point blank, period, man. So we have to walk in the Spirit. Okay? We can't be carnal, man. Being carnal is trying to make a situation as something you can just easily disengage quick, man. Especially with this wisdom that we have. Man, you should be able to disengage a situation like that at this point. Unless you came into the truth 2 months ago and you don't know a guy. Get the hell. You don't know a damn thing what's going on. You don't know how to maneuver in this world. But you've been in the truth 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever the case may be, 10 years. You should know how to diffuse situations by this point. All right? And that comes with a spiritual growth. Okay? That comes with walking in the Spirit. All right? Because again, back at verse 1 said, walk not after this flesh, but after the Spirit. Okay? So that's what we need to be walking after, man. Go ahead, Bill. You got the next one, Romans.
This is Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16. It says, this I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. You know, and the lust of the flesh is many things of this world. Okay? You got niggas in this world that'll want to kill you for stepping on their shoes. Okay, you got a lot of things that are happening in this world with people that aren't circumspect, that aren't using wisdom, that'll happen. And if that happens to you in this journey, then that means you're not walking in the Spirit, man. That means you're walking in the flesh. You're not assessing the situation and looking for a solution, okay, through the Spirit. You're looking for a solution through the flesh, okay. So you're rash to say something back, to react, and oh fuck you then bitch, or fuck you nigga, or something along the line.
Right. The best reaction is no reaction. Right. It's like they say, the best war is no war, so to say. Mm-hmm. You know.
It says for the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Okay. So the flesh is always going to battle against the Spirit, but you got to combat that through the Spirit, man. Okay, using wisdom, using the scriptures. Okay, like Yahushua did. Anytime Satan would combat him, what he would do, he would use the scriptures, man. Mm-hmm. Whether you say it verbally or you thinking you using it in your mind and you're applying that to the situation, you have to walk in the Spirit, man, and combat the flesh with the Spirit, because the flesh is weak. You got to remember that the flesh is weak
The spirit is willing.
and the spirit is willing, man. That's that right there is that's not a 50-50 battle, man. Okay? The flesh is weak. That means if you use the spirit to combat situations in the flesh, the spirit is always going to win.
Right. So like, go ahead.
Because the flesh is weak.
Hey, right, because you should been preparing yourself for this and having the different examples to get you through these things, man. Like brother just said, the spirit overcoming fleshly obstacles. Okay, the spirit will have you hurdle over 3 obstacles at a time, where you have to believe in it and you have to apply that. Let's just say examine yourself daily. All right, examining yourself daily makes you a better man in the spirit. All right, and it translates into the flesh. Okay, because you're making yourself better in the spirit, meaning it's going to show in the flesh if you actually applying it. Go ahead, Doug.
It says, but if, verse 18, Galatians 5:18, but if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. And that's pretty much the point. Okay, because through the Spirit, we can overcome all things. Okay, through this word. Okay, just as Yahushua did. He conquered death. We have the victory already. But you have to stick to the Spirit, man. If you stick to the flesh, we already see the results of the flesh. Okay, death. Because the flesh is weak. The flesh is gonna go off. And when you react in a situation that you might be in, or you walk in the flesh, you're gonna lead. You're walking in the path of death, man. You're not walking in the path of life. And ultimately, when you see Jake getting judged, you're wondering why. You don't gotta wonder why. That's because he wasn't walking in the spirit, man.
All right.
That's the answer.
Yep. You don't know why you in the situation you in, because you wasn't walking in the flesh, or you was walking in the flesh. You put the spirit on the back burner and let the flesh take over, which this is not the time for that, man. The Lord is about to bring great judgment upon the nation of Israel. Right? The Lord is about to bring great judgment on the earth, so you don't want to be caught in the flesh when it comes down. You want to be in the spirit, right? Because these small situations are helping us build up faith and trust in the Lord. All right, because the Lord through the Spirit is going to get you out of those situations, so you can get through these small situations. Now is building your confidence up for when you really need the Lord, man. So when you need the Lord in these last days, and you've been doing nothing but walking in the flesh, what you going to depend on? You're going to depend on the flesh instead of the Spirit. Yeah, more. There was more.
Just verse 25. It says, "If we live in the Spirit," Galatians 5:25. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. So you calling yourself a man, Yahweh Shimon Shai, you saying you are hopeful elect, but you're walking in the flesh. Then you're not walking in the Spirit, man. And that means the Spirit ain't dealing with you at that moment. Okay. So choose you this day who you shall serve, man. What lane are you going to ride in? The lane of the flesh or the lane of the Spirit?
That was it on that? That was the last verse? We'll close out on this. This is Romans 13 and verse 13. It says, let us walk honestly. And you got a footnote there. It says decently. For where it says honestly, it says decently. So it says, let us walk honestly or decently, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, meaning not spiritually, but physically as well, okay? Not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. So, right, so you got to walk in the flesh. You got to like it. You got to walk in the spirit to avoid walking in the flesh, okay? And it's a constant battle because, like the brother quoted earlier, it's the spirit war. I believe you quoted that, or you might have quoted a different one, but nonetheless, the spirit wars with the flesh. Okay, it's a continual battle. All right, until Yahushua comes back. But you have to let the spirit reign supreme in yourself. Okay,
and know again, like we said, the flesh is weak. Know that in your mind, man. That's what the scriptures say. The flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. The scripture said the flesh is weak, man. Keep that in your back of your mind, brother. Oh man, you know, I wish I could do that. You know, I tried.
Well,
bro.
stop wishing and do it. Shit.
Yeah,
Praise to the
flesh
Lord.
is weak,
Shit.
bro. The scripture you're quoting is it just told you the flesh is weak.
Right.
But the spirit is willing. All you got to do is let the spirit do what it got to do.
Right. The scriptures say that there's one greater in us.
Yeah.
So the spirit of the Lord is in us, man. That's not an excuse anymore at this point, man. We in the flesh out. Man, look, if you want to keep saying that, you can go start your own damn camp.
You know, we all in the flesh.
Yeah.
So is Yahweh Shai.
Exactly. That was our greatest example.
Yep.
And
And again, it's a lot. Not to compare us to Yahweh Shai, but he said we are joint heirs with him.
Right. And he also gave us examples so that we could walk in those steps. Go ahead, though.
Walk in them, man. So you gotta you gotta understand that yes, we're in the flesh. Yes, we're gonna make some mistakes, but how are you gonna counteract that?
Yeah, right. Going back to that Mayweather example, what makes Mayweather so great? He adjusts on the fly. Mm-hmm. He can adjust. Okay, and we have to adjust.
Yep.
And this man might have got punched a couple. He got uppercutted in round 3. Round 4, he's not gonna get hit with that same uppercut again.
Yep. Hey, watch the Mayweather versus Shane Mosley fight. Mm-hmm. Okay, or the Maidana fight with Mayweather. Watch that fight, man, and see how Mayweather was getting hit, and then see how he was adjusting, man. Because those were the two of the biggest fights where he was getting hit the most in his whole career. Yeah,
even De La Hoya. Watch that fight. Watch how he adjusts. That's how you have to be in the spirit.
That's right.
And remember, like brother said, the quoted, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. Well, you let the spirit know, or the spirit let you know what needs to be adjusted in the flesh. Okay? Because we walk in the spirit, the spirit should be leading you, not the flesh. You shouldn't be led by the flesh. The spirit should be leading, man. Leading the charge, so to say. Okay?
Right. And if you're being led by the flesh, then you need to make adjustments within yourself, man.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why examine yourself daily. And again, this is for all of us because we ain't perfect. This we doing this is a day by day thing. But you can't look. If you fall back you fall back 3 rounds in a fight, man. Now you got to fight for your life because you down on the scorecard. So it's better to catch it the next round than to catch it 8 rounds later. You know,
Jake will be wondering why he
catching hell.
I be broke every week. You know, I gotta pay this, that, and that bill, and this and that. But then you ain't Tyler.
Yeah, you just eating the punches at this point.
Yeah.
And you don't know what's going on because you're not examining yourself. Yeah. You're not adjusting. You're not doing nothing. You just letting you let the flesh take autopilot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just going with it. You just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, you blaming everybody but yourself.
Yeah.
Or you blaming everything but yourself.
Everything but yourself. Oh, Satan, man, that's Satan. Man, nah, man.
Satan coming down on me. I gotta go work. Yeah. Well, then, all right, then, well, then, hey, if that's the point, then, hey, then why don't you just stop doing this truth and go work?
Yeah,
and
you in the Job spirit. Man, you ain't lost nothing like Job lost. And look, Job still held his integrity. He still had to do what he still did what he had to do. Okay, and guess what? He got it all back. Yep. So there's no excuses. Me personally, I don't like to hear excuses because in my head, you might be telling me your excuse, and in my head, I'm thinking, what a pathetic. What is this? I'm thinking this is pathetic.
Well, the scriptures talk about it. One by one, they started making excuse. I gotta go tend to my land.
Yeah.
I just married. Right. I gotta go tend to my.
And you put yourself because we was talking about examples that you might find yourself in the world, this and that, like with different demons. But then the demons will hop on you too, and now you making excuses. You saying this, and you don't know what's going on because you ain't sitting back and analyzing. So you can adjust. You ain't examining, so you can adjust. Here it is. Even in fighting, you get a period of time to sit down, drink some water, and examine what just happened. But some people just want to go back into the cage with the same mentality. Here it is. You ate 3 left jabs and an uppercut, and then you get hit with the same shit again because you're not paying attention. You're not being circumspect, not being vigilant, right? Mm-hmm. So hey, that's what the Lord's will was edifying and exhorting at the same time, because hey, this is the time we in, man. we in the 12th, we in the championship rounds, okay? And now the adversary is looking to take your head off. So if you've been eating the same punch, he gonna get you with the same punch again.
We in the last 10 seconds of the round, that's when they start throwing
Yeah,
blows.
exactly. Yeah,
That's what Satan's doing.
tap tap. Ding ding ding. No, the wood. Tap tap. Yeah, 10 seconds. Tap tap.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, Satan going hard, man.
That's then the 12th round.
Yeah, right. Cause Jay like said, oh, Esau gonna come down with great wrath. It don't say Esau, it say Satan. Okay. First and foremost, who's Satan? Who was created first, Satan or Esau? So you need to recognize that Satan's gonna come at you before Esau do.
It might not be the way you thought it was gonna come.
Exactly. It might be through yourself. It might be through your woman. It might be through your kid. It might be through your mom. It might be through your uncle. It might be through your dad. It might be through some random nigga on the street. But it's time.
It might be through you yourself.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's a lot.
But yeah, this is the time we in, man. Satan coming down with great wrath because he got a but short time. But mainly that's talking about Esau, Edom, of course. But hey, Satan was Satan before Esau, man.
Adversary. 2/3 are adversaries, man.
Right. So hey, it's time to tighten up and buckle down and get your how to say cross your T's and dot your I's.
That's right.
All right. Anything else?
That's right.
Okay. Hey, with that, Lord's word is edifying. We're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone, and citation, much love to y'all. Out there. Shalom.